Hello, Adam. My name is Carolyn Knudsen. I'm in Wisconsin. I'm here in my son's room. My 25-year-old son had mild autism, and my ex-husband lied and cheated and was able to remove him from our home where I live with his sister and brother yet. He's gone. He's 2 miles down the road. My ex-husband is so fucking evil, he will not let me see him. And has a restraining order, so I cannot contact and set up any visitations. My son was the center of my life. He had no say in him moving. He was prom king. And I miss him so bad that I can hardly breathe. He had friends, he was social, and he was my buddy. And I want to tell you, thank you for urging Jamie to go public with her story. Because I'm telling you, this feels like murder. And if we get enough people together, we can change things and reunite us with our loved ones. Because we never, ever deserved to lose our kids. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Marina Rabajovsky, and I have a story, and I've gone through hell for months now. Technically, the last time was on January 17th, which was my last court date. I have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. Both my girl and my boy are 11. And my youngest just turned 4. I ended up losing my children, and I ended up having visitation rights to them because my oldest son kept going to his counselors and to people to try to reach out and get help because of their father, who is mentally, verbally, physically abusing them. So CPS got involved, and for some reason they absolutely hated me. So they ended up at the end siding with Dad, and they ruled that it is in the best interest for my children to live with Father. So I ended up losing custody and 50-50 joint legal. As I said, now I have weekly visitations with them. I see them 2 hours at a facility. Because they had wrote, mother actively manipulates the children to make false claims of abuse by father. Mother involves the children in adult matters and informs them about court issues. Mother is doing everything she can to destroy the relationship between the children and father, which is absolutely far from the truth. I have never done that. I am a very loving and caring mother who will do anything in the world for my kids, and now I can't do anything. They cry for help. I have a couple things here. This is a letter that my daughter wrote that she wanted the judge to read, but the judge did not accept it, of everything that was going on. So now she just draws pictures to my family. This was a letter that my daughter wrote that she wanted the judge to read, but the judge did not accept it, of everything that was going on. So now she just draws pictures to my family. This was yesterday at visitation. My dad, my sister. She lost everybody. She can't see her grandparents, her aunts, her uncles, nobody on my side. She got me this blanket. Turn this around real quick. Well, she got me a blanket. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. It says, "Dear Mom, even when I'm not close by, I want you to know I love and appreciate you always. Wrap yourself up in this and consider it a big hug. I love you." And this is her room. She's such a talented girl. My son is such a talented kid, and so is my youngest. Oh gosh. So yeah, they want to tell me stuff, but they can't because they're afraid of retaliation from their father and getting stuff taken away and being grounded. Their father does nothing but talk down to me, take phone time visitations away from me and everything. And the only thing I want is my kids back home. They were ripped away from me for no reason at all. My lawyer, everybody, pretty much everybody. When they heard the story, they were just like, there's no way that this happened. And it did, because people know what kind of mom I am. Whew, this is a very hard thing to talk about. I missed my son's 4th birthday. I missed my daughter's 11th birthday. Which I never missed anything. Because if they've always lived with me, Because if they've always lived with me, I've always had them. Always. Because of you pushing Jamie to share her story, I'm grateful for you. You motivating her has pushed me and many people to come forward with her. I hope more people come forward because they are silencing us, and the kids are being put in the hands of the wrong parent. I would never, ever, ever wish this upon anybody. I wish I could say that me and Dad have a great co-parenting relationship. We're great. We're this. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to sit there and talk about what type of person he truly is. I just want my kids home. And the kids deserve to be home. They don't deserve to be ripped away from their grandparents, who pretty much have always been there. Actually, have always been there. Their aunts, uncles, their great-grandma, their cousins, their friends. They had to switch schools from a great school that they loved to a school that they absolutely dislike. I hear their cries within inside, deep down inside, but I can't question anything because I will get in trouble. While Dad can do whatever he pleases and wants and punishes me by using our children against me. He tries to do everything he can to hurt me. So I hope this message goes out to the right people. I hope we gather enough people, and I hope we can actually make a difference, because it's not about us. It's about these kids that are being destroyed, taken away from the place that they called home.
Hey, my name is Elizabeth Dalton, and I have a story. I am a mother of 5, and I survived over 17 years of domestic violence, coercion, control, institutional betrayal, and systematic failures that have shattered my faith in justice. I married my abuser in 2007, and the abuse began the very same day we were married. Just control, cruelty, and fear. What started as verbal abuse and manipulation quickly escalated into several strangulation, gun violence, deep psychological trauma. Every time I tried to leave, I was pulled back by pregnancy, lawyers, lack of any real support. Police were called, and the court system ultimately always made me feel like I had no other choice but to go back. It was always used against me, and he used it very well, manipulated the system as a way to abuse me more and continuously. I filed protection orders, and he would race to the courthouse before me and file then stating that I was doing the things that he was actually doing to me and the children, and they would be granted. And he would always go and get them dismissed to convince me to come home to be with him and the children. He's very calculated, very manipulative, and the church, I'm LDS. Well, I was raised LDS, and that was also another reason that I had a hard time leaving. Went through years in and out of shelters, and they don't give you real support. You have a few days there, and they expect you to find your own place, which is really hard when you are in an abusive situation. Usually there's also financial control. So I had no resources and no means. I have a few autistic children, and my oldest, he's very high functioning, but he does get overstimulated. He actually, once my ex was granted full legal and sole custody, because that's what happens, 70% of abusers actually gain custody of the children. His father dropped him off at his parents'. He's been living with his father's parents now for a year. They have been making decisions regarding his medical and educational without any power of attorney, without any guardianship, and without consulting me, and without my consent. I'm grateful that you have motivated Jamie to share her story, which has ultimately led me to share my story with many others, and really look forward to hopefully seeing you for the podcast. Thank you so much.
That's my message to the pedophiles.
Yeah, and you could have recorded the conversation too. I think about that. You could have recorded him. So
That time,
but you probably didn't think of being ready.
I was just so shocked that he was even speaking about it, because I had tried to get him talking about it with people on three-way, but it was too fresh at that time. So.
And that, I imagine that's part of your healing journey. It's just being able to talk about it, especially with the perpetrator, with the raper, confronting them. That suppressed memory came up, and you confronted.
It's amazing to where we had to leave things and where you would push me. I'll never forget the one person, the one man, the one guy who is my biggest fan, believing in me. To see these stories and more come up and give gratitude to the one person who loved me despite what my story was, he wanted me to speak the truth. I will always be forever grateful for him and how God put him in my life. I do not know what the future has to offer or what will come, but I sure hope to have my story, God's story, your story out in the open and done. These are real stories, real people, real lives. Your story matters. Don't forget I believe in you. All will be all right.